Waistlines in America are growing, and so is the controversy over what to do about it. More than two-thirds of adults are overweight or obese. This week, a court struck down New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg's attempt to put serious restrictions on the sale of large, sugary drinks. So what does this have to do with money? A lot. Take a look. This chart shows obesity among adults over the last 25 years. Going into the red here means almost a third of the adults in those states are obese. The highest rates of obesity are found among lower income groups. In fact, people with less than a high school degree have the highest obesity rates and some of the lowest incomes in the nation. Evidence is emerging that obesity in America is largely an economic issue. Experts say it has to do with the energy density of foods. That's right, energy density. Good tasting and convenient processed foods with added sugar and fat are among the lowest cost sources of dietary energy. For instance, here in New York, a quarter pound of salmon costs about $5, gives you 161 calories. Quarter pounder from McDonald's will cost you about $3 and give you around 510 calories. People who don't have the money to go with healthier options sacrifice the nutrients they need for cheaper choices, and with those choices come calories. What do you see as the government's role, in any, if any, in countering the obesity crisis that's threatening public health?
Well, thank you for having me this morning. Well, I think it's far more outreaching than what we're discussing here. It's more about government intrusion into a business and putting regulations in place that could be detrimental to their business. The bill that we have passed here in the state of Mississippi does not do away with what the feds already require, that if you own 20 or more restaurants, you still have to supply nutritional values. You have to have that on your menus and have it presented for the consumer. Our bill is all about protection to the free right to operate a business. And there again, we don't want a hodgepodge of municipalities across our state coming up with their own regulations. And then if you decide to do businesses or open a business in a different state or a different city, then you're going to be looking at all these different regulations that could be there.
All right. In one of the largest national studies, obesity rates increased by 10% for all U.S. children 10 to 17 years old between just the years 2003 and 2007. For low-income children, though, the increase was more than double that, ballooning 23% during the very same period. Amy, I want to ask you, do low-income Americans in particular need to be protected from obesity?
Yes, as you said, our government really does need to step in here because of the way our food system works. The less healthy food is the cheaper food. In other parts,
so it's not necessarily a free market. I mean, people think it's a free market for all kinds, but you've got the system is rigged so that it's delivering the most calories and fat at the lowest cost, and so people aren't making a free choice, really.
Exactly, and it has to do with how our farms are subsidized and its agricultural policy going back decades. And when it worked at one point because we were trying to feed a hungry nation, now we're overfeeding a nation. We're growing more food per acre, but we're also having less nutrition per acre, so people are hungry, they have to eat more.